I want to now introduce our opening keynote speaker, Tiana Cooks. She is a friend for life who's lived with type 1 for over 10 years, and she's going to share her incredible story. Tiana. Thanks.
Does a seed know that it will one day grow into a tree? March 8th, 2014, I was a teenage girl. By March 9th, I had become a type 1 diabetic. You see, the thing about a seed is that its first memories must be the cold darkness that only exists underneath dirt. Every diagnosis is a shovel full of worries, a little less light. During my hospital visit, while doctors were busy cultivating a patient, my mom was becoming a cloud. Gray sky cried on the other side of the room so that she could water me with, "I love yous, you're strong, we'll make it throughs." Is it a coincidence that rainbows appear only after the storm has passed? Thank you, Mom, thank you, insulin, thank you, carbs, thank you, diabetes. I now understand the vividness of life. The things we take for granted can be taken away. Your organs never vowed to tomorrow. Life changes like the seasons, so smile at strangers, hug your family tight. Life is beautiful, the fragrance of flowers, the humming of birds. Oak trees, pine trees, our struggles may differ, but the rainbow always appears the same. Even when the storm winds blow, I still stand strong. I am thankful, I am grateful, I am blessed. I am not the type 1 diabetic. No matter how much dirt covers the seeds, the outcome will always be a tree. I still can't believe I am standing here with you guys this morning, and I am honestly still trying to figure out how I landed up here. But man, I am so grateful. I think about the moment that I was diagnosed with diabetes and everything that I've gone through to be here today, and it gets me really emotional, so bear with me today as I share with you a little bit more about my story and what landed me up here this morning. So everyone say hi to little T. She's so cute, right? This is kind of where my journey began, and I would like to share some very vulnerable parts of myself with you all today. When I was about 6 years old, I realized that there were a lot of things about myself that I didn't necessarily like. And one of those things was the color of my skin. I really struggled growing up, feeling confident and comfortable in who I was created to be. And I didn't like the way that I looked. I didn't like my hair. I thought it was too curly and I wanted it to be straight, because that's what my friends' hairs looked like. I thought my eyes were too brown. I wanted green eyes or blue eyes, because that's what I saw on TV and in the magazines. So I didn't quite fit in. I'm from Colorado Springs, and it's beautiful there. But where I was raised, I didn't see a lot of people that looked like me. I remember literally going home and trying to put bleach on my skin to make it lighter and failing my eye exam. I wore contacts that I literally couldn't see out of because I wanted blue eyes, and I straightened my hair until it was falling out. And that makes me really sad that I didn't love myself and how I was created. And I remember my mom would go to parent-teacher conferences and they would tell her, "Tiana's so quiet." I'm not even kidding you guys, I don't remember speaking in elementary school. Like, if they called on me to read, I was crying. I didn't like talking, I didn't like speaking up for myself because that wasn't something I felt comfortable doing. And then when I got to middle school, I started to get bullied. It was really hard because I still didn't know how to speak up for myself. And so I was just bullied. And I didn't say anything to my mom until one day I went to the restroom. And when I came back, I saw that my papers were in the trash can. And I went to my mom that day and I said, "Mom, there are some kids that are being really mean to me at school." And she immediately went to the principal's office, and the principal talked to those children and they stopped bullying me. But from that day forward, I said that I would never ever want to be that person that makes somebody feel so small and so non-important, like they don't exist. I don't want to be that person. So I've always tried to live my life being kind and living and leading with kindness. And so when I got to high school, I hung out with everybody and anybody, and I had so much fun. And so senior year, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have the best year of my life. This is gonna be great. All until it wasn't. I started noticing that I was losing a lot of weight. I was getting really, really sick. And I have Snapchats, and I'm like taking pictures of myself, and I'm like, I don't feel good. But I did not know what was going on. All I knew was that I was losing a lot of weight, and I was peeing in my bed at 17 years old. So something wasn't right. I woke up one morning, and I saw my vision was literally blurry, like I could not see. And so I remember running to my mom, and I'm like, Mom, I think like something's wrong. And I Googled my symptoms, and the first thing that popped up was type 1 diabetes. And so in a weird way, I diagnosed myself with diabetes, and my mom said, don't say that. She's one of those people that like you speak things into, like, just don't say that. So I'm like, okay, like I'm good, I don't have diabetes then. But like, I look sick, like I don't feel good. So later that afternoon, she ends up taking me to urgent care. And at urgent care, I told the doctor, I'm like, I'm still sick, I had strep throat, I guess I still have strep throat. As she's leaving the room, like I literally remember the door closing. And I said, excuse me? And little Tiana uses her voice for the first time. Well, the second time, because I told my mom that I got bullied, so the second time. And I said, I think I have diabetes. And when I tell you, if I didn't speak up for myself that day, I don't know if I would be here standing on the stage right now. And the doctor said, okay, well, we'll run a test. You know, you're probably fine. You can go home. So I go home. And 3 hours later, my mom gets a call, and the doctor's like, take Tiana to the emergency room right now. She didn't tell her my blood sugar, apparently, but she said it was high. So I found myself in the hospital. And that's kind of when the journey started for me. I, for some reason, thought diabetes was going to go away after I went to the doctors, but I still have it. So that didn't happen for me. I do remember, though, when I was in the hospital, that was the most pivotal moment of my life, because it was me learning about something that I was going to have for the rest of my life, and I had a decision. I could let it eat me up and make me feel really, really sad about myself and who I was, just like I had lived my entire life, hating myself and not liking who I was born to be and not liking what I was born like, essentially. Or I could allow it to be something that motivates me to inspire others. And I remember my mom sitting next to me on that hospital bed and saying, Tiana, don't you ever question why this happened. God doesn't make mistakes. And I said, okay. And immediately I closed my eyes and I saw this vision. And there were people, and they didn't have faces, but there were shapes of people. There were children and there were like grown-ups. And then there was me. And I was like interacting with everybody. And I remember my mom just being the biggest support system, and everything, all of the seeds that she was planting in me that day are still growing today. And without her, I just don't know how I would have gone through the diagnosis or even how I would be standing up here on the stage today. And so any parent that's out there, I just want you to know that we appreciate you, and that we wouldn't be able to do it without you. And all of the seeds that you plant in us and the patience that you plant and just the grace that you give us, it matters. And I know there's days when my mom probably is like, I want to like punch you in the throat or something, but for the most part, we do this together. Like my mom was diagnosed when I was diagnosed. My family was diagnosed when I was diagnosed. We've been a team ever since then. And teammates, sometimes they don't always get along, but they need each other to win. And right after I left that hospital, I started volunteering in my own community. I was able to start diabetes camps where I helped the children who were diagnosed with diabetes, and some of them maybe needed me, just like how I needed someone when I was in elementary school to look up to, someone to encourage me, someone to inspire me and remind me that I am amazing, that I am worth it, I am worthy, and to make me feel seen. And so it's been my life mission ever since I was diagnosed to not just show up in my community, but to make sure that everybody that I ever interact with feels seen and feels valued and feels important, because they matter. We all do. And so I've spent countless hours, I can't even count the hours, probably well over 1,000 hours, mentoring diabuddies in my community, taking them out for ice cream, taking them out for lunch, taking them out to go bowling. And I can't tell you, I think I helped them, but they don't understand how much they've helped me as well. And so I want to just encourage you, if you have children or if you are someone that lives with diabetes, like, find your community. Find people that you can relate to. It will really change everything. And so along this way, along my journey, I started competing in beauty pageants. And I remember competing in my first pageant, and again, growing up as this little shy girl, not really loving who I was, this was a big deal for me to step on a stage and to wear my devices. And so I've been competing in pageants for a very long time, and I've came very, very close to winning every single time, like very close, like the first runner-up a lot of times in a row. But I haven't quite won yet, and anybody that knows me knows that my journey has been quite long. But pageants have also shown me that it's not really about having a crown on your head or a sash on your body. Because you could be the prettiest person in the world, but if your heart isn't pretty, then who cares? And I tell kids all the time, I say, you know what? It doesn't matter if people aren't nice to you. It doesn't matter if people don't understand you. You still have to show up, and you still have to understand yourself, and you just be that person with a good heart, and you help other people feel seen, because we don't know what other people are going through. Diabetes is an invisible disease, and if I didn't have my devices on, I would look like everybody else on the stage. So I think it makes me pretty cool, pretty special, and really unique. And so I'm proud of who I am. I am proud to wear my devices and never to hide them. There's nothing to be ashamed of. And if you're out there today and you are somebody who doesn't feel comfortable or confident wearing your devices out loud, I want you to just see me and just know that, what do you have to lose? I think you're beautiful. I think you're wonderfully made. There's no flaws about you. And once you accept that, and once you understand that, you'll be more happy, you'll be more confident, you'll be more proud, and you'll show up into rooms, and you'll take up the space that you need to take up. And if your children are struggling, reach out to me and I'll talk to them too. I thought the kids were going to be in here today, so when they said take them out, I was like, what? Where are the kids? That's okay though. And so my lessons that I've learned in pageantry has gone far beyond winning a crown or having the sash on my body. I've also learned that you have to clap loudly for others. We root for other people. We don't tear people down. If someone's doing better than us, we cheer for them because that's exciting. If someone says, oh, my A1C is at 5.7, okay, cool. You clap for them because that's what we do. We cheer on others. We root on others. Every time I take first runner up, I have to give the girl a hug, and I say, yes, you got it. Have a great year. And I walk away with a smile on my face. And I've learned a lot about just showing up as a whole person, showing up as someone, even when I'm down, I show up. You know, I don't feel like you can't be a person that is vulnerable. And I've learned vulnerability goes a long way. Authenticity matters. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Raise your hand if you're perfect. See, nobody's perfect. So just know that we're all human beings. We're all doing our best here, and we all belong. So please take up space. Now, This is the not so funny part of the losing part, but back in 2021, I had this goal of winning the pageant. This was like my third time going for it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna win this year. No doubt about it. And so I had prepared the best that I thought I could, but we just came out of the pandemic, and I had randomly gotten a phone call, and someone said, hey, Tiana, do you think you want to run the New York City Marathon this year? I'm like, no, I don't like running. I can barely walk a mile. And I ended up saying yes, thinking, well, I'll say yes, but I'm not going to do it since I'm about to win the pageant. I will not have to run. And long and behold, you guys, I didn't win. I didn't win the pageant. So you know what I had to do? I had 8 weeks to train for the New York City Marathon. Not only did I have to train for the marathon, I was the team captain. The team captain. And there were 50 other people with diabetes who were also running. So I'm on these calls like, how's training going, everybody? You guys got it. And then I'm running every day, like, 3 miles, 4 miles. The most I ran while training was 10 miles, so don't do what I did. And I did that one time. But I said yes. It was the hardest yes that I ever said because I don't enjoy running, but it was the best yes that I ever said. Megan's laughing. Like, oh. I'm so happy that I have stepped out of my comfort zone. I truly think that there's a lot of power and just experiences that come from doing things that we would normally say no to. And running, I won't do it again, but I'm glad that I did it so I can say I ran a marathon. I can just tell you, running down those streets of New York and hearing people cheering my name. They're like, go Tiana, go Tiana. And I didn't even have to have headphones in, just the energy took me through the finish line. And I kept seeing my mom. She came to New York and her and my dad, they're on the corner, go Tiana. And I see them briefly, that's where that video is from. I see my mom and I'm every time I saw her, I was trying to put the biggest smile on my face because I just want to make her so proud. And I'm and then there's pictures of me where my face is dragging. I'm someone was when you see the camera, smile. So every time I saw a camera, you see me in that song. I was yeah! But the marathon truly showed me that when you believe in yourself and when you can say yes to hard things, there's really nothing that you can't do, diabetes and all. And I was so proud to just see how much I've grown as a person living with diabetes, how resilient I actually am. And I really believe I'm unstoppable now that I've done this marathon. I think there's nothing I can do. But I know that, running a marathon isn't for everybody. But what is for everybody is saying yes to something that you would probably say no to. And so if there's something that you've been thinking of doing, but you're scared for whatever reason, and you have these limiting beliefs, I can't do that because my diabetes, I can't do that because my blood sugar might go low, I can't do that because my doctor said, well, if your doctor said don't do it, but I can't do that because so-and-so said that I couldn't do it, right? There's so many stigmas that come around diabetes. People are constantly telling you what you can't do. People are constantly telling you what you can't become. But what about the things that you can do and the things that you can become? I want us to start rewiring our minds to think about what's possible and stop setting those limits on ourselves. Even your children, I don't know if there's a sport that they want to go out for in school or a camp that they want to go to. And please do not let diabetes be the reason why they don't get to have these experiences in life. Because they deserve it. They deserve to live a full and happy and healthy life despite their diabetes, despite our diabetes. And if you're thinking about running a marathon, please do it. Let me know how that goes. And I'm happy to answer any questions after this about this experience. But since then, I've had the honor of helping other people run the New York City Marathon through the Beyond Type 1 team. This is the Beyond Type Run team. So every year we bring runners to New York City to run in New York. And it's a team of people with diabetes, parents with diabetes, and it's so inspiring to see all of these people say yes to hard things. And so I challenge you to do that too. Somebody's pumped. It's okay. It's not mine today, but it might be soon. So here goes some lessons that I have learned along the way that I hope can stick with some of you. Or a lot of these are lessons that my mom planted in me and seeds that she's taught me. So I hope that you can take something away as well. The first thing is to never apologize for being yourself. Like I said before, I think there's so much value in every single person. There's so much individuality in all of us. And that's the coolest thing in the world. There's not a single other person that's made like you. Like, that's super cool. You're the only version of you that will ever exist. And so please show up and take up space. Life is not worth being miserable or sad or uncomfortable because of who you are. You were born exactly how you were supposed to be. The second thing is that making others feel seen is a superpower. I think it's so cool every time I get to be in a space or an environment where I get to talk to someone and really get to know them. Sometimes we're so quick to talk about ourselves and to tell everybody about what we're going through and what our day was like, but how often do we just pause and look at the person in front of us and say, how are you doing? How are you feeling today? How's your diabetes going? Those questions matter, and they help other people feel like you see them, like they matter, like they can take up space. So I encourage you to continue to help others feel seen, uplift others, because we need more people that are kind, making other people feel special. The third thing is to never lose that smile. My mom always tells me that it's okay to be sad, it's okay to cry, but don't stay there. Don't stay there for too long. And so every single time I find myself getting burnt out from diabetes or feeling like I want to just quit or give up, I put a smile on my face. I can do that for a little bit, but then I put a smile on my face and I keep going. My mom also has shown me too that it's important to give yourself grace. So sometimes if my blood sugar is really high and I want to get really frustrated, she'll be like, it's okay. She doesn't make a big deal out of a little number. We've done a lot of teamwork to get there because she used to like beat down the door like if my blood sugar is high or my Dexcom's going off, she's like, what are you doing? So we worked on it. But I think it's important that we are encouraging each other to give ourselves grace. We're trying our best. And to show up with a smile. The fourth thing is to not care about what other people think and be proud of your story. Everything that you've gone through in life, and we've all gone through a lot, we all have a story, but it's made you who you are. The good things and the hard things, the lessons that you learn from them, maybe someone else can find healing in your story, in the hardest parts of your story. And I hope you know that you're not ever going through anything alone, diabetes or not. There's somebody else out there that's going through it too. And so don't be afraid to share your story. Sharing my story is what got me here today, honestly. The fifth thing is to practice gratitude. I think there's so much beauty in the struggles that we go through, but what if we just take a breather and we say, you know what? Today was a really hard diabetes day, but man, am I grateful to be here. Man, am I lucky that I have this insulin or this opportunity to go to a doctor's office. I'm so fortunate for the roof over my head. I think sometimes we get so frustrated at the little things, the minutiae, that we don't take a pause to just be like, okay, life isn't all that bad. It's still good. There's still good to be found in all of it. And the sixth thing, as I said, most important lesson of all, please never compare yourself to anybody. There's not a single person on this earth that can take up the space the way that you were created to. When I did pageants, it was so easy to be like, you know what? I'm not gonna win this. That girl is taller than me. She's prettier than me. But you know what? The girls that I always thought were gonna beat me never did, because they weren't me. The heart that you show up with matters, because people see that first. People are gonna see your heart before they see your face. And so I truly hope that you can learn, if you take away one thing, it's to stop comparing yourself. If someone gets promoted before you, cool, good for them, we clap. If someone gets the opportunity before you, that's great for them, clap. But they're not you, and your time is not going to be missed. What's for you will never miss you, and I firmly believe that. And so, the seventh thing that I have, the lesson that I have learned, diabetes actually never has stopped me from anything, and it never will. And so, if your kids aren't here today, but you talk to them later, just continue to remind them that they're capable of doing anything in this world despite living with diabetes. And the last thing I have to say, once again, is that your heart speaks first. Even on your hardest days, show up with the heart. See people. Lead with your heart. Love with your heart. That's exactly what I do, and that's exactly why I'm up here today. And I see all of my friends, and I'm thinking about our relationships and like how we have gotten to where we're at. And I can't think of any time that I showed up and wasn't a kind person, and I wasn't pouring positive seeds into someone and watering positive seeds into somebody else. Because your heart matters. No matter how broken you might think it is, your heart matters. And I hope that every one of us in here is not only feeding others' hearts, but are healing our own in the process. And so those are the main lessons that I wanted to share with you all today. And I hope that you walk away learning something from my story and my journey, but also something that you can feed into somebody else or inspire somebody else to do as well. And so I wanted to play a quick game. Like I said, I thought there were going to be kids here. So, since they're not, I'll need some volunteers. I would love if I could have 2 volunteers, preferably if you're friends, come like closer up here. Do you want to come up, buddy? Aw, give it up for our friend. Is that your mom? Is that your mom? Oh, can your mom come up with you? Yay! Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I saw that you rose your hand. Is this your first time here? Yeah? Oh, that's so awesome. Okay, you guys can hang out right here if you want. Okay, so this is a fun activity, and we're going to try something really cool. I need you both to hang out really tight for a second, and then in the meantime, everybody else, I want you to turn to somebody next to you. You have 20 seconds. I want you to tell the person next to you 3 things that you like about them, okay? And then come back to me after that. Hi, what's your name?
Ashley.
Ashley, I'm Tiana.
Ryder.
Ryder, nice to meet you, buddy. How are you?
Good.
How long have you had diabetes?
6 months.
6 months, wow, that hasn't been a long time. Oh my gosh, how are you doing with it?
Good.
Yeah?
No. I'm allergic. I'm not allergic, I just hate them.
Oh, you just don't. They're just cute.
Thanks.
I didn't want to. Gonna work for you guys, so we'll be welcome to speak. Thank you. And then I'll just hang out over there when you're done. Okay?
Thank you so much.
You're gonna talk, hopefully, not me.
Okay. All right. How'd that go? Oh, they're hugging. Oh, so cute. Okay. Thank you for participating in that quick activity. Hopefully you made a friend and said something really, really nice to them. Now what we're going to do is I want you to turn to that same friend and say 3 kind things about yourself. But you only have 20 seconds. All right. Let's hear it. So there will be a part where you talk, but it's okay. I'll be right here next to you. Okay? I hate public speaking. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I don't know. I don't like it either. Justin better than her.
Okay. That is so cute. And they have the little hearts or the little like your hair is awesome. That is so cute. I hope you have so much fun while you're here. Make a lot of friends. It's gonna be so much fun. Are you gonna go to the pool?
Yes, the main one.
Sometimes I go to the pool. My parents do.
Wait, do you live here?
I don't. Do you? No. Where do you live? Okay.
Lake Worth. Town Commons.
It's like the exact location. That's so awesome. Are you going to go to any sessions today? Yeah, that would be fun. All right. All right. Okay. How did that go? Good? Okay, well, we've got our 2 volunteers up here today, and we have the same activity, but we're going to do this with our volunteers, and I'm going to then finish out with the activity. Okay, so do you want to introduce yourselves? Go ahead. What's your name?
Ryder.
Ryder! Give it up for Ryder. And then we have Ryder's amazing mom,
Ashley.
Ashley. Give it up for Ashley. We were just talking to Ryder and Ashley, and Ryder was diagnosed with diabetes 6 months ago. So if you see him, give him a high five for me. They're also in matching shirts, which is adorable. Okay, so Ryder, I have to ask you a question. What are 3 things that you love about your mom?
She's a great shirt maker. She's an awesome mom. And she's always here to look out for me.
Ryder, I'm gonna cry. That was so sweet. Good job, buddy. Okay, Ashley, what are 3 things that you love about Ryder?
He's a sweet boy, very smart, and the kindest person I know.
Oh, I love that. I think that these types of relationships are so important because, like I said, my mom has been my biggest support system, and I can tell you're also Ryder's. And I just hope that you guys can continue speaking life into each other and being the best teammates possible, especially through diabetes. And I sometimes feel like we don't have these nice conversations with our loved ones enough, or the people that we care about enough. And so today, when you see your kiddos or somebody that you love, I challenge you to tell them 3 things that you like about them and continue watering positive seeds in their lives because they need them. I'm gonna cry. That was just so cute. I'm sorry, that was cute. Okay, now the other part of this is I want you both to tell me 3 things that you like about yourself. Okay, who wants to go first? Ryder's up for it. Let's hear it, Ryder.
I love McDonald's.
What else?
My favorite character from Disney is Stitch.
That's awesome.
He didn't understand the assignment.
And they love playing guitar.
That's awesome. That just made my day. You're funny. I like all those things too. You'll have to play the guitar sometime for
McDonald's,
us.
Stitch, and guitar.
Yep, I love it all. That was great. Ashley, what are 3 things that you love about yourself?
I don't know.
You don't
I can
know.
say one thing is that
Free.
I didn't think that I could be brave, and this has made me brave. So I love it.
I promise you, I did not pay them to come up here. They were volunteers. This was literally perfect. I just am crying right now. But these types of conversations, once again, speaking life into yourself, speaking life into other people, it is so important. And you are brave, and I'm so proud of you. And I'm sure there's a lot of moms in here too. If you need anything, they are the ones that you can run to. And so today I want to challenge you, whoever you are, wherever you're at, to start planting those seeds into yourselves. Start watering positive seeds into yourselves. For some reason, it's always harder for us to say kind things about ourselves. We can say something kind about somebody else like this. 3 things. But do we speak kindly to ourselves? When we start speaking better things to ourselves and speaking life into ourselves, that's how we can show up more confident, more proud, more bold. That's how we take up the space that we're meant to take up. And so I want to challenge everybody today to start thinking about those things that you love about yourself. And this is how I've worked through a lot of the challenges that I faced internally. I love my skin. I love my hair. I love my brown eyes. And you repeat those things until you start to believe them. You are brave. McDonald's is awesome. You can play the guitar. You believe those things, right? And so continue to repeat those things. Continue to speak life into yourself until you believe it. And do the same thing for your kiddos, because they need to hear it. Give it up for our volunteers, please. Thank you, guys. Oh, yeah, I'm using 2 mics. Thank you. All right, so we have one more activity that I wanted to do really quick, and I realized that we're getting pretty tight on time, so I'll kind of speed through this one a little bit quicker. But now I just need 1 volunteer. Anybody? Hello? Okay, wait, you can come up too. I'll take 2 volunteers. Miles' dad. How are you? Wendell, you guys are awesome. I met Miles at Friends for Life a couple years ago, and he's just the coolest kid. I love him. Okay, so let's pretend like we're just meeting each other for the very first time, okay?
Okay.
So I'll say something to you. Well, you go first. Hi, I'm Tiana.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Wendell.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I love your outfit.
Thank you. I do too.
And I think your son is the coolest person in the world.
He absolutely is.
I love that. You guys have done such an incredible job raising him, and I am just so honored to have had the opportunity to meet him here.
Thank you, but I give all the credit to my wife, Tiffany.
Oh, she's awesome too. Hi, Tiffany. We're friends on Facebook. Okay, so that was the first conversation. The next conversation is going to be a little more stale. Hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Like, what? Which of those conversations was more memorable? Which one do you think Wendell's going to walk away and be like, she said I'm doing a good job with Miles. She said she liked my shirt. That was a pretty nice person. That was a great conversation, right? The first one. And oftentimes we meet somebody and we're just so quick. We're like, hey, nice to meet you. Bye. That's not memorable. That's not how you plant seeds into a stranger. What if Wendell was having a terrible day? What if he lost his socks this morning and is wearing shoes with no socks. And he came here and was like, ugh, I don't want to be here. It's the worst day. And because I was like, hey, your outfit is cool. Your son is awesome. I made his whole day better.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I want to continue to remind you that kindness is literally free. I'm confident, but I'm kind. My kindness is really what got me here today. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I think it was my, my kindness and my confidence. And so, thank you. Give it up for Wendell.
You're welcome.
And so your words matter. All that to say is that your words matter. And we're not going to do this because the kids weren't here, but I was going to have them do like a little confident fashion show across the stage where they like model their devices and show us how cool their devices are. Do we have any other volunteers in this front that want to come and model their devices? Let's go! Give it up! Oh my gosh, these are literally all my friends. Thank you guys. Wait, there's a lot of my friends. Woo! All right, so I need you all to clap for them because it's no music. No music. No music. Hey, 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 no music. No music. Look at their devices. Whoa, Mary. Go, Ashley. Go, Hannah. Go, Hannah. Woo! Aw. The little one. Hi, buddy. Oh, that's so cool. Aw. Yay! Thank you all. That was so cute. And he is so sweet. I really, really, really hope that you realize that confidence looks different on everybody. Confidence is different for everyone. And that is the entire point. That's the entire point. And so if you take anything else away from my speech today, I really hope that you learn to be confident regardless of your differences, because your differences are what makes you beautiful. Your differences are what makes you you. And so I'm going to leave with this final video. You might have seen it, but I wanted to play this because I am just so honored to have had the opportunity to stand up here today in front of you all. I can't believe that I'm here. It feels like just yesterday it was me and my mom in that hospital room. And when I close my eyes and I think about those people that I saw and the faces that weren't existing, but they are now, I open them and I see all of you guys. And so I know that this is where I'm supposed to be. And I know that I didn't get diabetes for no reason. I know that this is why it happened for me. And so I hope that you have a moment where you close your eyes and you don't think about, why did this happen to me? You think about, what can I do with this? Maybe this happened for me. What lessons can I learn? How much stronger have I become? How resilient am I now? It's not all bad. And I hope my story shows you that. And so here's this quick little video before we head out.
It's future you. I know you just got diagnosed with diabetes, and you're scared. The needle's so impossible. The mouth is so upset, and you're wondering if life will ever go normal again. But take a deep breath, because you're going to be okay. One day, the needle will be bigger again. A tiny blood pressure will feel so overwhelming, and you'll stop worrying about what. Diabetes will not hold you back. You'll run a marathon, compete happy, and share your story with the world. You will turn this challenge into something bigger than you ever imagined. There will be tough days, but you won't quit. And one day, you'll look back and be so proud of how far you've come. You've got this, I promise. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you so much.